being a VIP, I've had like a little sneak peek, like a little preview of the collection as a big girl. And for sure, I think, well, this set's my face. Like, once we're done with this, take it off. I don't care what you're wearing home, not my problem. But apart from this, for me, Heaven Sent, like the print, it's beautiful. Please talk to us about that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know where to begin. So when I was designing this collection, initially I didn't want to have any prints. I wanted it to just be like almost like a blank canvas that I could now sort of build on. And then after a while, I was like, no, I need something to kind of piece the collection together. And I said, okay, well, I don't want like a repeat pattern print. I don't want a digital print. I don't want something that just looks nice. Like I want it to mean something. This is my first collection. This is my first like print. Like I want it to be like art. And I was like, ding, 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 ding. Why don't I get an artist to paint art? And I can just digitalize it and put it on the clothes.
Wow.
So that's really what happened. So I reached out to somebody that I've known for a very long time. We were in BIS together. We were in the same class. We went to prom together.
Oh,
yeah.
cute.
So it's honestly such a full circle moment that like we're working together on this project. I hit him up because he's so talented. He's always been that art guy, and he's starting to like make a name for himself. So I hit him up and I was like, hey, look, can you make a piece of art for me? And I was like, I want it to be a naked woman. So we spent like days like on WhatsApp and FaceTime figuring out what she was going to look like, how big was her butt going to be, her face, her nose, is she going to have hair, is she not, and then after it all I was like, okay, you have to do that crazy Senibot thing that you do, like just go crazy with the paintbrush on her body so it's like an African woman.
Beautiful.
And the reason why I wanted to do that was because I think for a very long time I didn't have the best relationship with my body. I thought it was something that I had to hide, because to put things in perspective, by the time I was 10 years old, I was wearing like proper bras. And then when I was in year 9, which is I think JS3, I was 13, I was already a double D. So like things were moving very quickly for me.
That is so stressful, sis.
And I looked good, but I mean, I was a child, and it just drew the wrong kind of attention.
Right.
So, guys would sexualize me, spread endless lies about like their sexual experiences with me. And so honestly, I spent like my entire like secondary school and I guess A-levels just like in a permanent state of confusion. Like I just used to like, I laughed at everything, but I didn't realize that it was actually really affecting me, because I deal with things like just kind of being like, but I didn't realize that like it was really bothering me.
Right.
So, and I was always confused, like, what did I do to deserve this? Like what's the issue? And I think it's because I had an attractive body, like to cut a long story short, and they didn't know what to do with it besides just make me into some kind of object, And so I really want to play like the tiniest role in changing the perspective of female nudity, because society and popular culture and everything is honestly from a man's perspective. And I don't want this to be like a feminist rant or anything like that, but it's just like facts, So when I graduated secondary school, I was so covered up. Like I made sure like all my clothes like covered everything, because I started to feel kind of like dirty, like something was wrong with me, and I hadn't done anything, So growing up, getting to know myself and like finding myself really funny and cool and smart and everything, and getting into like relationships, experiencing things for the first time and stuff, I just started to realize that like I'm actually an amazing person, and what I wear and the parts of my body that are exposed have nothing to do with anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I have an attractive body, I have a beautiful body, all women do, but our bodies are worth far more than their beauty. I mean, like, you have 3 kids, and even if you didn't, like, your body is literally an anatomy that keeps you alive.
Exactly.
And heals you when you're sick, and like, there's so much, like, so why would you look at a naked body and instantly think, oh, sex? Like, are you 12? Well, I mean, at the time they were, right. But like, you know, like, it's honestly like something that I just had to kind of shake off, and I know that I naturally gravitate towards clothes that reveal my skin and things like that, but that's just because I'm a free spirit and I'm comfortable with my body, and that's my relationship with my body. That's my way of showing love to myself, and I shouldn't have to hide that because I'm afraid of being labeled as something that I know I'm not. So I think being a millennial is honestly about just like unlearning things that you've been taught, and like believing what you've always known, which is I'm beautiful, I'm always going to be beautiful, and that has nothing to do with anything. Do you get what I'm saying? So I really wanted to have a naked woman on there, the way God made us, the way we were born, before all the negative influences came in, you know. I believe that you're in your purest form when you're naked, and I was having a discussion with my mom last night actually, and we went to this long, deep chat about like bodies and things like this, and we ended up saying that, look, it's even the girls that show their skin the most that are low-key the most innocent, because they're not looking at their bodies as like, oh, if my cleavage is exposed, then, you know, it means I'm attracting something or I'm doing something. It's just, hey, this looks cute, I look cute, let's go out and have fun, you know. So I really wanted to put a naked body very tastefully on if you look at the actual artwork, it's so gorgeous, and I think that so much of it shows up on the fabric. I spent so long, like, in fact, what delayed this collection was finding the perfect fabric that was also biodegradable, that really like brought out the print. And so yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, girl, I mean,
no,
that was amazing.
If you look at the painting, you'll see like her vibe. She's just chilling in the water, you know, she's relaxing, she's chilled, she's not worried about what anyone is thinking, and it's almost like, oh, I wish you would come and say something. You know, that's generally like her vibe. That's what I get from her. So yeah, that's my vibe as well. So
all right, sis, I love it. So you mentioned that you were looking for biodegradable fabric, right? Are you focused on being like a sustainable brand, or are you trying to be? Is that something you're interested in becoming?
I really want to stay away from words like sustainable that mean everything and nothing at the same time. Oh. And I think that right now, it's just a trend. Everybody wants to be sustainable, but like, what does it really mean? Because how is fashion sustainable? It's not. It's very difficult to call yourself a sustainable fashion brand. I'm not, but I'm very aware of what's going on with the environment. I definitely don't want to contribute to the negative things that are happening. So, I mean, I spent a lot of time working on perfecting my pieces so that they're things that you can wear over and over and over again. Because sustainability doesn't exist without durability. Like, you cannot be a high fashion, you cannot be like a fast fashion brand or a brand that's constantly just putting out trends that you see and it be sustainable, because in 2 months that's done and the person is throwing it away, and that's affected the environment negatively.
Exactly.
I have pieces that I've had for 6 years. They may cost a lot, but I've had them for so long, And I think that's the part of sustainability that I'm really focused on. Just making pieces that last, that are super high quality. Like my fabrics are crazy. Like this is a linen silk blend, and it feels like a dream. Like it's so comfortable.
Looks like a dream
it's
too,
sis. So beautiful.
That's why I'm taking it home after this. It's so nice.
And also, I'm making sure that all the fabrics I'm using are biodegradable. I'm making sure all my packaging is biodegradable.
Okay.
Recyclable. You know, I'm really trying to not, like, I don't want any smoke. I just want to make clothes and keep it pushing. But I think, like, as I continue to learn, I will continue to be more friendly to the environment. But yeah, no, it's not a sustainable brand.
Well, I don't know, because I mean, every single thing you said, you're like, oh, it's biodegradable. I'm trying to use biodegradable, materials for my packaging as well, is what you said, right? And then make pieces that will stand the test of time and people would get lots of uses out of. So you're a sustainable fashion brand.
I mean,
if you didn't know, now you know. Please, that's what we're going to go with. Yes. The answer is yes. It's a sustainable brand.
Yes.
So, Marie, how do you want women to feel in your clothing? That's a good question, I think.
Like themselves.
Okay.
I want them to feel free, and I just want them to feel like themselves, like in their most beautiful possible way. I want them to feel free, comfortable, sexy. I really want people to make crazy memories in my clothes. You know, I want you to wear like my sunny dress and be like, oh my god, that night was crazy. That was the night that this happened and that happened. Like, I really want people to just feel free. You know, I want to play like its tiny little role in, like, yeah, liberating women from all kinds of like BS, you know.
Period. I think that's good enough for me. That's exactly how I know I will feel when I wear the set. Everything you just said is what I want for myself, and I believe that's how the set is going to make me feel.
I believe so too.
Which is why I sincerely do not care how you get home today. I'm taking this with me. Thank you.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I know how it's gonna go. So I'm like a good foot taller than you. I will tackle you to the ground. But that's not what we're talking about right now. Yes. What are you the most proud of throughout this whole process? Like, what have you been the most proud of? Funding it yourself?
Myself. I'm honestly really proud of myself.
Okay.
I'm really proud of how everything started and how it's going, and my designs and my fabrics and the quality. Like, Nicole, like, so like during, I don't do that anymore, even though I'm tempted to, but when I got my first samples, I would go to bed, wake up around 2 a.m., go into my closet, pick up one of my pieces, wear it, and just walk around my house, watch something, sit down, lie down, and then before I go to bed, I would have found like one thing. I'm like, okay, let me just tweak this by 1 centimeter. Let me take this up by 4 centimeters. Let me do this. Like, there's been so much thought into it, and I'm just so I'm honestly really proud of myself, and I'm really proud of my pieces and my fabrics. And I think honestly, like, even like this entire process has really just kind of highlighted to me, like, I guess how people view me and like my relationships with people as well. Because I mean, during production, I mean, it was just production, but like, you know, everything after that, like, I needed to obviously shoot my pieces. I wanted to do this like conversation. I wanted to, like, even like making my art, like everyone that I've reached out to has just been like, Maria, I can't charge you for this. Like, my models, like everyone has just been like, even like the makeup artists, like everyone has just been like, okay, like the most I'll do is charge you at cost. Like, I'm so excited for you. Like, I want to like be a part of this, and it's just honestly really overwhelming. You know, I didn't honestly see that coming. So yeah, it's been a very like cool journey. I feel like people like me a little bit.
That's really amazing. I will be charging for this interview though.
Installmentally or?
No, we don't do that. So you're very sweet. And I like you a lot, but I will be charging my full rate for this.
What's your rate?
I can't say on camera. I don't want to discourage. I don't discourage anyone. I don't discourage anyone.
Okay.
But honestly, sincerely speaking, I am so proud and so excited. Like when you had reached out to me to even do the conference, first of all, I was shocked.
Yeah.
That you would ask me to come and talk to you about it. I don't know. I'm just shocked to be here.
No way.
But I'm a big fan, and I knew that no matter what it was, I will be here because you're amazing, and to see you kind of journey through this and looking at the pieces live, it's amazing. So I too I'm excited and honored to be part of the journey. So I'm so proud of you.
Honestly, I'm so happy that it's you because I don't think I would have been able to do this with anyone. I think I would have been like a robot. But yeah, it's been good. It's been like very freeing, kind of like a little like therapy session.
Right?
That's why you need a talk show.
But now that I've seen you kind of pursue your dreams, I am now prompted to do mine. And the first step is the OnlyFans.
Yeah, definitely. That's always the first step.
Thank you.
In anything that you do.
That's fantastic advice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so final question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm not ready because I don't want the conversation to end, but
I'm just happy I've gone through all this without shedding a tear because I was really nervous.
Really?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna cry because I'm so emotional. I'm always crying.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm a crier, and I'm glad you didn't cry because if you cry, then I would have started crying.
Oh my god, the
and
makeup.
Be bad. Like,
yeah.
Because I have places to go.
Okay, people to see. People next to step on.
I know that's right. So, final question.
Yeah.
Where do you see your brand in 5 years?
Well, I mean,
Selfridges.
Net-a-Porter.
Oh,
sure.
okay.
You know. But honestly, I'm looking forward to getting to know my customers, and I want to have a really good relationship with my customers. At that point, I want it to almost kind of be a collaborative process between me and my customers. I really want to have a strong brand name. I want people to feel like I'm someone that they can trust. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I want to know who my people are and how they wear my pieces and how they style them. I'm really excited to see all of that. And I also want to be oh my god. So one of the things that I'm kind of down about this line is that it's not as inclusive in terms of sizing as I would want it to be.
Okay.
So definitely in 5 years, I want to cater to XXS to triple XL.
Right.
You know, I really want to be inclusive because honestly, all women are beautiful, and I don't want it to be like I'm just designing for, so yeah. And then obviously I'm still on this eco-friendly journey. I don't know where it's going to take me. So hopefully I'm far more eco-friendly than I am right now. So yeah.
That's amazing. I love how, I'm the one who's like Selfridges, right? Or Net-a-Porter, but you're more interested in your women and your people, right?
Yeah.
And really building that tribe and building, not a following, but building your people, right? And knowing and understanding them, what they like, what works for them, how can we make this collaborative? I think that's beautiful. I love that.
In terms of like my brand success, I'm just gonna have to go with the flow and see what happens. I'm not really thinking about that right now.
Right.
Obviously, I would love to like launch this line and like sell out in like 2 hours, but I'm not really focused on that at all. I just want to see what happens. So yeah, I don't have any like goals of like, okay, in 5 years I'm gonna be in the cover of Forbes, and like whatever happens.
Forbes would be nice, Sha,
but in 5 years I'll definitely still be here.
Good.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's beautiful. Love to hear it. And that's it. We've come to the end of our questions. This has been a fun little interview. I've had a good time.
Yes. very deep questions.
I know, deeper than I thought it would be,
Yeah.
actually. I thought it would be like a fun little thing. It was fun, but it was also like really thought-provoking, so I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, because the questions were just like, how do I answer this? I have to go deep.
And deep you went.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I have to be honest and just, yeah.
So thank you so much for having me. I'm really looking forward to taking this off you today, and then
Absolutely.
looking forward to the collection dropping when it does, and hopefully that'll be soon.
This is moving from like red table talk to like love and hip hop, where you fight me to take off this.
Thank you very much for that, because on that note, square up.
Yeah.
and
meet me outside.
And meet me outside,
Yeah.
and let's do this.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Marie.
Thank you so much. I feel like we should.
I know, I think we should.